decided to talk a little slower in my videos, because I have found that I personally find that human emotion. That's what Inside Out's all about, right? We were only in Hong Kong for under 24 hours, so we didn't do very much, but we had a walk around the city, and it was in Hong Kong that I realised I didn't have my phone. We got to the hotel and I was getting ready to go out and explore, and I couldn't find my phone. So we messaged this taxi man, and in fairness to him, he sent a picture, like a recording of the backseat of his car where I had been sat, and asked us, told us, if you spot the phone in this video, I'll come back and give it to you. But there was no phone in that video. So my assumption was I had left it in the airport somewhere. And as mentioned, we were only there for 24 hours. So we went about our business, explored Hong Kong, went on the ferries, went up Hong Kong Mountain. I loved Hong Kong, it was really nice. I'd love to go back for longer. And hoped and prayed that Airport Lost and Found was efficient enough that they'd have my phone. And by the fact I'm recording this on the very same phone, they did. Went back the next day, and the woman who told me that they had my phone, I swear I could almost kiss her. I could almost kiss her. I was so happy that they had my phone, because when I get stressed out, I become a moody little rat. I'm not a nice person to be around, so I bet my parents were very happy that my phone was there as well, because they had to deal with moody Ella, because I was so upset that I didn't know where my phone was. Turns out I'd left it in the bathrooms, in the arrivals bathrooms. So I had to go back to arrivals to pick it up. But it's okay. I got it and I didn't miss my flight. Hanoi, which is the capital of Vietnam. I was in Vietnam for 2 weeks, and I absolutely loved every minute of being in Vietnam. I cannot recommend Vietnam to you enough. The one thing I would say is that the traffic is absolute mayhem. If you enjoy adding a bit of danger to your everyday life, try walking in Hanoi traffic. Scary. In fairness to them, they were all really good drivers. It's just mayhem. They were all really, really good drivers in the way that none of these cars had any bumps on them. And none of these cars had any scratches or anything like that. So there was hardly ever any collisions, even though there was hardly any road rules. Like, I didn't know what side of the road they were meant to be driving on, and lane discipline was non-existent. Somebody who's just failed their driving test. It really made me want to take my examiner here to Vietnam and show her that I'm actually alright. However, it's okay. I got used to it by the end. I got used to just walking into you're not gonna have any videos of before day 11 or 12, I can't remember which day. So you're not gonna have any videos from before that point. So I'll try and find some videos or pictures of Hanoi and Hue and Hoi An and Hong Kong, but no promises. And yeah, so I think I took videos of me going to the Mekong Delta, and then I was going to record a vlog of just that day. But then after that, I went in the afternoon. It was just me and 2 other people, and these people were not my family. They were like people my own age. And so I felt embarrassed pulling my phone out every time something interesting happened and taking like a 10 to 30 second clip. And I kind of forgot because I was too busy engaging in conversation. So there's kind of like lots and lots of gaps. And so I decided that I'd make it a vlog of the last 3 days of my holiday. So the next day, when I went to the tunnels, I think actually on the day where I went to Mekong Delta, I think I did take some videos of the place we got dinner. That was it. And then the next day, I decided that I'd just take more videos and make it like a 3-day vlog. So I took videos of us going to the tunnels, which are about an hour and a half drive from the centre of Ho Chi Minh City. Now, I don't know if I should know this because I've just come back from that. I think Saigon is the middle of Ho Chi Minh City, but I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure, so I'll probably be using them interchangeably. Sorry, I know there's a difference. I know there's like a is it like a London and City of London situation? I'm not sure, but anyway, we went to these tunnels and it was very, very interesting. It's something that's quite depressing to see. And I didn't take so many videos there because I felt quite insensitive doing so. Just because I took some when I felt as though it was okay to do, but there were definitely points whilst I was there where I thought, this is not the kind of thing you vlog to stick on your ASMR channel. This is just not the kind of thing people need to be reminded of whilst they're trying to sleep, you know. However, whilst I was there, you could shoot guns, like you could pay people to shoot an AK-47, which I found really insensitive. Really insensitive, but whatever. But later on that day, I took the bus back to Saigon, and then I went to this resort, and most of the photos here are of this resort that I went to, which was well needed after 13 or so days of non-stop travelling and waking up at 6 a.m. most days. It was nice just to have a nice place just to finish off the holiday with a chill in the pool, a trip to the spa. It was so nice, it was so beautiful, and it was the low season, so nobody was there. I think it was us, a couple, families, maybe one couple. There was one couple. I saw one or two families, and then was the coffee. I am a black coffee girl through and through. Okay, black coffee all the way. I like a hot Americano, that's my thing. However, the coffee in Vietnam, I tried a lot. I did egg coffee, I did coconut coffee, I did salt coffee, I did salt caramel coffee. I drew the line at weasel coffee. That's the one coffee I didn't partake in. I particularly fond of salt coffee. My kidneys are suffering because I absolutely love the taste of salt. When I was younger, I used to eat salt by the mouthful. I just used to take the salt grinder, grind it into my own hand, and just my own hand. I still do now. I'm pretending, not me pretending I don't still do that. I do. So this salty coffee was gorgeous. Like it was like right up there. Oh my god. I think the best coffee I had was salted caramel coffee, which I got from Hawaii. And I think it's made the same way, but just add a bit of caramel in. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I think how they made the salty coffee was they got condensed milk, maybe a little bit of salt at this point, espresso, and then they kind of whipped ice, then they whipped either cream or milk to make kind of like a cold foam thing, and added a load of salt into that, and then topped the coffee with that. I think that's how they did it in most places. And then you're gonna see a salted coffee in this, the second coffee I show in the video. It's my salted caramel coffee. The first coffee I show is a coconut coffee, which was made with coconut milk, so they put a load of coconut milk in it. So good. So good. I wish I tried a coconut water matcha, but I'm sure I can make a coconut water matcha at home. Thing is, I don't quite know how to make matcha, so yeah. It was such a good fun, such a good memorable trip. Oh, on my way back, when we left our resort on the last day, which was such a nice, oh my god, the breakfast was to die for. The breakfast was literally so good. Me and a breakfast buffet we get on, right? I personally can only eat sweet things in the morning. I cannot eat, I don't eat much meat. The only meat I eat is chicken. Not for like any kind of particular reason, just because I have it in my head. The only meat I'm allowed to eat is chicken. I don't know. I'm not sure why I do that to myself. But alas, I don't really like the taste of pork. And beef, I've had it drilled into me that it's a bit too expensive. So, chicken also. My mum is pescatarian and has been pescatarian my whole life. And I was raised by my mum, so obviously. So I never ate much meat when I was younger. So now the only meat I eat is chicken. I feel like I've covered that now. But what was I going with that? Oh yeah, didn't get food poisoning because I wouldn't eat any meat. Yeah, even like the vegetarian food was so good. In Hoi An, I did this biking tour, biking, and we went round to see how rice wine is made. How like the beds, oh my god, the beds are so hard that I couldn't sleep. I haven't slept in my own bed so far. Sorry, I'm rambling again. was like this dinner, and obviously I got tofu noodles. Best things I've ever eaten. Best things I've ever eaten. Oh my god. I think it was just carrot, tofu, rice noodles that they'd made, and then there was something else. But I need the recipe, guys. I know they are. I need the recipe. Yeah. So on our way back from the resort, back to a hotel at the airport, accidentally booked a hotel in the red light district of Saigon. Trust that to happen to us. So in the last couple of clips, I'm up on a roof terrace having a drink. Well, I'm not having a drink, I'm 17, but I showed you like the view from this roof terrace, and you can see a literal red light down below me, signalling the entrance to Saigon's red light district. So there we go. I just thought I'd say that just in case anybody is actually from Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon and sees that video and points out that that is in fact the red light district. It was a complete accident. No, it was a complete accident. But I found it so funny, and then the taxi driver we had found it really funny as well. We all sat there like laughing our heads off, like, oh my god, how did we do that? But yeah, we're gonna go back to the food for a moment. Fruit. The fruit. I think I took a clip of it as well. I went to like a fruit farm, so there was a family who were obviously getting paid to let people, let tourists, walk around their garden and see their fruit farm. And they gave us like a fruit blender of like tropical fruits that we'd never tried before. So I tried so many fruits that I've wanted to try for a long time. I tried a longan. They're so nice. They're so nice. Why in the UK do we have lychees? I love a lychee, don't get me wrong. Why do we have lychees and not logans? I'd much rather a logan than a lychee. I love a lychee though. I do love a lychee. Tried longans. I tried dragon fruit for the first time. I tried jackfruit for the first time. I tried starfruit for the first time. Never had a starfruit before. There was another one that I tried. I don't know what they're called, but they look a bit like a lychee. That they've got the stone in the middle and things, but they've got like hairs kind of thing coming out of them. I'll have to Google it in a minute. But anyway, yeah. And I had such a lovely time. I can't you how nice of a time I had. Everyone was so beautiful, and everyone was so friendly. Like they can help you enough, you know what I mean? Yeah, everybody was so nice. And I'm so sad to be home. Well, not sad, but you know, when you're just gonna get like the post-holiday blues. I'm a bit like, oh, it's over. Maybe getting a little bit depressing here, but you know, when you're gonna, there's such a build up for something, and then when it's finally over, you're a bit like, oh, what do I do now, you know? But it was such a beautiful country, and I'd love to go back. crazy. The humidity and the lightning. The lightning storms. I had one lightning storm there. Well, no, I had more than one lightning storm, but one really bad one. Because I was going to go for a swim. Then I was literally going out the door and I heard thunder and I thought that's not a good idea. So I went back to my room and I sat by the balcony. Like I had the doors closed, big glass doors closed, but I was sat by the balcony with the doors closed. And I was watching this thunder and lightning and they were literally like happening at the same time. So it was just over where I was and it was extreme. Oh, also, I feel like I should explain some of these clips. So there's one clip that I'm going to show you in a minute, and it was my beds and the resorts. So I got into my hotel room at this resort, and I saw 2 single beds, right? And then there was like this blue thing in between them, which was obviously if you had a big family and you needed somewhere else to put somebody, right? But I thought, doesn't that look like one massive bed? And I thought, I want one massive bed. So I pulled out the covers, because they took them in so much. Like I literally broke a nail, I think. Pulled out these covers, and I made one absolutely huge bed. And I think I show you it here, because that's what I wanted to sleep on, right? Did I use the huge bed? Did I use all of it? No. lots of